In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can utilize Zoho Creator in your small business to manage quotes effectively. And we'll take a look at how you can generate quotes using a list of established items, how you can email that quote to a customer, and how they can even accept it online. So we'll jump in and take a look. We've got an app developed here called ArborRight. Now, this is all based on a fictitious company called Arborithm, which you'll see in a moment. So the crux of this is basically this quote system where you can generate quotes and display them as a list here. And you'll see as we get into it that when you create your quotes, you can reference a list of your items. This could be inventory items, products and services that you offer. We also have a customer list. So you can send the quotes to these customers that just has basic information about the customers. A team member list, these could be your salespeople in this instance. And we have a bit of settings which I'll cover in a moment. So let's jump in and have a look how we can create a quote. So if we hit the plus sign and we elect a customer. Now let's give the quote a title. Let's just say that they're doing a lawn renewal. So they're going to do the front lawn of their resort. Let's take a look in our inventory list. So it's going to be a premium lawn installation. So this comes from our items list that we discussed just before. Now we can customize this, or we can go straight ahead and put a quantity in. Now for this, we're just going to do one installation at $1,200. Now we also want to give them some premium lawn fertilizer to look after it, and they're going to need, say, 4, and they're also going to need some lawn grass seed. So we'll go, let's say 10. Now I've got no idea about this industry. This is just a fictitious company, so this may not make much sense, but just an example. So we've got our totals that have added up, and now I'm going to assign this to me as a salesperson and hit submit. So now you can see here, we've got a new quote established, and we've also got a history here we've created at this time, and it was by me. Now from here, we have a few options. We can print it to a PDF. Let's take a look at that. Now, you can see here that it's printed to a formatted PDF, and we'll get into how that works in just a moment. You can also send it, so via email. So what we've got here is just it's imported the customer information, so you don't have to remember it. But instead of sending it there, because that email probably doesn't exist, I'm going to send it to my email. You can customize the subject or the message, but this message is fine, and you can choose to send yourself a copy. Submit. Okay, so now you can see that's marked as sent, and we have a history down here that we sent it to this email address at this date. Okay, from here, let's take a look at the email that was received. You can see that the PDF is attached, and you can see that there's also a link here to the quote. So we take a look. We can see an online representation of the quote, and you can see that there's the ability to accept or decline the quote from here, which could be really handy. Another cool thing about the online quote is that every time someone views it, you'll see that it's been viewed, and that could be pretty handy. Now, let's say the customer did accept it or reject it. That will then automatically update the status, but you can also manage that yourself. Let's say they responded to the email and didn't use the online version. You could then decline it and write a reason. Let's say it was too expensive. Or you could accept it. And you can then do other things like maybe create an invoice. That's not available in this demonstration, but that could be the next point of call. You could go do the work and then you could generate an invoice that looks the same and then send it, like a similar process to what's happening here. Now, how this all works is that in settings, we actually link to a quote template ID, which is a document inside of inside of the Zoho Writer. So I'm just going to open up Zoho Writer. You can see I've got a merge template here with my logo and some placeholders. So what we actually do when we download the PDF or we email it is we link to this document, it pre-fills all the data, and then it returns it as a PDF. So that's pretty handy because then you have full control over how this quote template looks. You can add terms and conditions that are fixed for each quote. You can add more marketing to the bottom of it. So there's a lot of customization that's available there. So that's a wrap for how quoting works and how you can potentially utilize quoting in your small business. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you think something like this could help you in your business, feel free to reach out to us.